Hello, I'm Xavier of Galia, and today I'm reviewing Castlevania. Castlevania. It's a classic on the NES and considered one of the harder games on the system. It was quite successful and became a franchise, and the NES gained 2 more titles I review another day. First, I review the story, so go to this timestamp to avoid spoilers. The story of Castlevania is next to non-existent. You play as Simon Belmont, and his goal is to kill Dracula. It isn't explained why he has to kill the Prince of Darkness, you just do. Simon has to go through Dracula's castle to finally kill him. However, the castle is filled to the brim with Halloween monsters, like zombies, mermen, hunchbacks, crows, living armors and skeletons. And so are the bosses. We have a giant bat, mummies, Frankenstein's monster, Medusa, Death and Dracula himself. And upon defeating Dracula he got another form, that of a demon. Killing him will end the game, where you can see the castle crumble into ruin. Castlevania is one of the most action-packed titles on the NES. Combat is effective but also very stiff. Your main method of attack is swinging your whip, the vampire killer. You can also find sub-weapons throughout the game, ranging from nearly useless to outright broken. Some sub-weapons can completely break the game. The stopwatch can freeze almost everything on screen, while the holy water is easily the most overpowered weapon available, trivializing both regular enemies and bosses. Sub-weapons consume hearts, which may confuse newcomers. Unlike most classic games where hearts represent health, in Castlevania they function as ammunition. Health is restored by finding hidden pork roasts concealed inside the walls. The game's biggest issues are Simon's slow movement speed and the restrictive jump mechanics. Once you jump, you have no control over Simon's movement until he lands. Combined with some frustrating enemy placement, this often results into cheap deaths. The game is also deceptive. It starts out fairly easy but quickly ramps up in difficulty. There are only 6 stages and 6 bosses, yet the difficulty spikes are as early as stage 2 and it only gets tougher from there. Castlevania features some of the strongest visuals on the NES for its time. The gothic horror aesthetic is conveyed through detailed backgrounds, including castles, dungeons, graveyards and clock towers. Character sprites are large and recognizable, with monsters such as skeletons, mummies and Medusa fitting the classic horror theme well. Color use is limited by the hardware but effective, relying on dark palettes, contrasting highlights and an atmospheric stage design. Animations are simple yet clear, especially Simon's whip attacks and enemy movements. Occasional sprite flicker appears when many objects are on screen, which is a common NES limitation. Castlevania has one of the most memorable soundtracks on the NES. The music combines energetic melodies with a dark, gothic atmosphere, creating a strong sense of adventure and horror. Tracks like Vampire Killer and Wicked Child are catchy, fast-paced and instantly recognizable. Sound effects are simple but effective, with satisfying whip cracks, enemy defeat sounds and item collection cues. The audio design remained clear and impactful despite the hardware's limitations. Castlevania delivers challenging, precision-focused gameplay backed by striking gothic visuals and an outstanding soundtrack. Its deliberate controls and unforgiving difficulty demands patience and practice. But they also give the game a distinct identity that stands apart from many other NES action titles. The atmosphere, enemy design and level pacing remain engaging decades later. This game is also available on the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. This was my Castlevania review. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, like and subscribe. I'm off making my next review.